Hey everyone, we're chugging our way through Act 2 in like the ultimate highlight reel videos. And the first hero encountered was Hellmane Burning. And you obviously can't knock down the Indrix, you can't freeze the heroes, and you can't stun the heroes. So this is basically like tanking a giant pig. And this is sort of where I'm getting used to the way the Iskandra's Unity set is working, because, I mean, I'm not freaking out when I'm at low health, I'm not being, like, stupidly overdamaged at low health, and the pig is dead. So the whole point to wandering around here is to go into the Spined Cave and get the one-time chest that's in here. I don't remember if it's in if the Devotion Shrine is in Ultimate or not, actually. No, I don't think so. So, yeah, this is mostly to fight our way through the ghosts to get that chest. And there are a bunch of ghosts in here. So you have Lady Valavan, the Wandering Soul, and another hero that's right next to her. So ghosts, you can't knock any ghosts down with any knockdown ability. They just don't have a knockdown animation. You can freeze ghosts, but obviously you can't freeze heroes. And actually... okay, it's Aether Wraith. Oh, he's adorable, isn't he? So, that joke works a lot better if I'm playing my Aether Ray Arcanist. But yeah, it's like, you obviously can't freeze the heroes, can't knock down the heroes, so you basically have to, like, face tank through them as a battle mage. Otherwise, you're basically going to DPS them down with other builds. And then, yeah, ghosts aren't that difficult to deal with. I don't think there are any that can really overly hoard you, and I don't think there are any that have any crazy abilities that you have to worry about. They're pretty much DPSing creatures, I guess you could say, that you just can't stop their approach or stop them from doing their DPSing. So this guy's interesting, because if you look, Baron Wardlith. I was actually kind of confused right here, Lord of Lost Souls, because if you look at my energy, it's just and then I nullified him. No, wait, I didn't nullify him. So like my energy's going down here, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? I think this guy has like an energy leech ability. So it's either every time you hit him with an energy using spell, or every time he hits you, it'll suck some of your energy out. And I mean, he's not a hard fight, really, so I just wanted to just include him to include that aspect. And, yeah, we'll be moving on to another thing in the game. Another thing are all the other pig heroes. I've had this happen like 3 times, where, the guy's name's Rage Snout, where, I have to fight like 3 or 4 of these things all at once that are heroic. It happened with my Aether guy while he was going down to Kaiman's retreat to pick up the Skinner family, and it happened with this guy right here. And actually, the thing about pigs is they deal bleed damage a lot. Bleed and pierce, I think, are their 2 main damage types. So, I almost died there. But, the whole thing is, like, if you have high bleed resistance, they're pretty much just damage at that point. So you can actually deal with them. If you do have some good bleed res, you can, cycle through your potions and use your defensive abilities. But yeah, they are heavily on the bleed damage side of things. So, a field medic's mark, which he has the normal one at this point, if I recall correctly, or the empowered field medic's mark is really awesome for getting bleed res built up. So, Earthen Shamblers. I just rushed in to try and fight them. You can freeze them, but the hard thing to deal... like, Earthen Shamblers, if you encounter a giant group of them, I do highly recommend you either run around a lot, or you just rush in like that. Because Earthen Shamblers have that, like, fire rock they can throw that, like, takes half your health away and stuns you. So I definitely recommend blitzing them. Or... be ready to run around a lot, because that stone, if you're fighting multiple Earthling Shamblers and they're throwing rocks at you, they could easily stun lock you and kill you. So before going actually into Cronley's lair, I decided to fight Golgoth here. Golgoth the Rampaging. Because, like, I wanted to actually gain this level before going into Cronley's place. Because Ultimate Fabio scares the crap out of me. Like, I have encountered him before, and he's killed me a lot. Because if you encounter him, he'll just wipe you out instantly. So I absolutely, before going into Cronley's lair, and actually fighting Cronley himself too, I wanted to fight stuff and complete quests to actually jump my character's level up a little bit. In this case, I'm going to finish off quests that'll get me to level 79. And Golgoth, the Rampaging, is a troll, essentially. He's not really anything special. He's just a troll. And, yeah, taking him out is pretty easy. And then there are these two little Cronley guys here that, yeah. So then, like, right after Golgoth, here's some more Earthen Shamblers. And, this is what I mean when I say close with them, because my character has got stunned, like, 2 or 3 times in there. Oh, and he ran in rocks, dead. So, Earthen Shamblers are a pain when they're in big groups like that. And, I would highly recommend just trying to keep them as close as possible, or getting ready to run around and just ensure that you don't. Just try not to get hit by the rocks a lot. That was a paranoia portal that I threw down there to grab my corpse. So, my strategy here is to take out the secondary ones before going after the hero. Or at least trying to get into a place where I can keep the secondary ones, like just the normal ones, like there's another stun and then I get punched. Yeah, just to not get hit by rocks. Because the rocks are really difficult to deal with. And I guess I'd say that's true on all difficulty levels, is rocks. Their rocks are kind of hard to deal with. And then, you know, this guy, he's basically now just a big old tank that you gotta DPS down. So, yeah, Shamblers, like, that's the strategy, is don't get hit by rocks. I mean, that's a pretty good strategy for life in general, because rocks fall, everyone dies. And that's what happened to my character there. But, yeah, now that he's just got the one to deal with, it's... So, again, rocks. Just like, I'm just sitting here like, really? And then I open my paranoia portal, so I don't, you know, really screw up. And then it's like, okay, rocks, punch in the face twice. Now I gotta run away because there's rocks. And it's like, do I really want to do this? And it's like, well, I kind of got to go that way because I don't feel like going through the Alcavian ruins, and I don't want to go fight Cronley just yet. So yeah, I decide to, you know, power through these because, you know, a battle mage has kind of got to be kind of a badass. And like I said, just make sure you don't get hit by rocks and you'll be fine. Kind of turns a little bullet hellish when you get like 5 of these guys together. Okay, so we're going to be going after the royal jelly in this case. And royal jelly is easily gotten from the bee's nest, the wasp nest, that is directly south, almost directly south of the Twin Falls waypoint. Also, a really quick, tiny amount of experience you can get comes from the people that are trying to game you on the road that's right there. And if you pay the guy the 300 iron, then talk to the woman, you can tell her about the prison, and then they'll be at the prison waiting for you. And I believe the quest is called, I have it on the list, I do not. No, you don't talk to them back in town. So never mind. That's actually not the quest I was thinking of for the experience. The experience quest is there's a place called Kaiman's Retreat. And you run into a guy that's about to burn his family, and if you talk him out of it and get them into prison, you can go talk to them for a quick little bit of experience. Yeah, the 2 people that are right there don't get you that. It's the Skinner family down in Kaiman's Retreat that gets you that. Or if you want to be really morbid, you can let him burn his family, then kill him, and you get a torch. That's a weapon called, like, the Skitter torch or whatever. And it's a unique looking weapon. I don't think it actually can roll anything really fantastic. I mean, maybe it can rarely, but you can only get technically 3 of them in the game. So I'd actually go for the experience over getting some random green level torch looking item. Now, this is the biggest weakness of the build, I think, is the frozen enemies. Because enemies that are resistant to cold, this guy's basically a cold user. Cold and lightning, but mostly cold. So, yeah, he doesn't deal as much damage to things that are listed as frozen. Not that they can freeze him a lot, because I think he actually has a ridiculous amount of reduced freeze duration as well, just from equipping the cold-related gear. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to deal with that, especially chill mains later on. Chill mains are this guy's, I'm just going to run away from him enemy, for the most part. Earthen Shamblers, totally can deal with them. Chill mains, not really worth the time. Moosey, forget it. I run away from that thing with my battle mage more times than I can think of. I mean, I know I just made the comment about the battle mage is supposed to kind of be a badass, or at least keep that mindset, but Moozalek is just like, I don't want to take the 15 minutes of sitting there wailing on him to kill him, so I just run away. It's like the one blue item you get is not worth the time. Especially because you're probably in the Steps of Torment doing that, and you could just finish it. Finish it for more. I haven't talked about the bugs at all. Bugs are pretty standard enemies, in all honesty. It's just getting the Royal Jelly. You can get a lot of it in this place to finish off the Royal Jelly quest. Also, this place has a one-time chest. So it's right here. It's not necessarily by the guardian of it, though I think you might have to kill it anyways. But yeah, one-time chest also makes it worth it. So finally, I'm feeling confident enough to go into Cronley's lair, and I encounter Earthen Shamblers on the way. This whole session was just nothing but fighting rocks that throw rocks at you. And I'm just going straight from the off here because I encounter Boris, Master of the Pit, here. And I believe this is at the end of a session I was playing. So I think I fight Boris, and I might encounter, and we'll end the video if I encounter him, Fabio. And then I think I just stopped for the day because that was so depressing to deal with. But yeah, we're going to come over here and just fight these normal Cronley's guys. I recommend taking out, they're not Sadist first. It's the, what are they called? They're not Bruisers. They're the guys that have the, like, the shield above their head, the shield icon, because they have that's an aura that basically makes all of their other, minions super, super resistant to all types of damages. So I generally take those guys out first, then go for everyone else. Them and Heretics. Heretics are another one of Cronley's guys that are kind of annoying to deal with. So anyways, Boris, Master of the Pit here, excuse me, is really strong and tough, but he's pretty much just like a physical damage dealer. I think he's probably some sort of Nightblade combination, like Blade Master maybe. And I mean, I run away here, but it was just to get the little bit of heal while I have this shield up, so I can turn around and wail on him more and take him down. Okay, so no Fabio, but we got 3 of Cronley's guys here. So this bridge is great for pulling these guys away from each other. But the 3 guys that can appear in there, the Skinner being one of them, are actually really powerful and difficult to deal with. So pulling them apart is actually a good idea. Now the other thing is there are 2 more guys later on, sort of after this little fort here, that are also kind of difficult to deal with, and pulling them apart is really, really helpful. So even though I have this battle mage that's kind of really tanky, yeah, this guy here, Madman Wilcox here. I love that they all have little nicknames, but yeah, even though I have a pretty tanky battle mage, I'm not above running away or just slamming the potion button constantly. I mean, it's technically not good play. Oh, buy scrap. It's technically not what you would call good play, but I mean, whatever helps you survive, really. So even though I do have, this battle mage who's really tanky, I'm really, really not above running away. Also, this is another example of gaming the game with Kalidor's Tempest. Okay, so we're just crossing this bridge. Like, that fort is the one that's, like, up and right. So we have, I know one guy's named the Wall. Oh, yeah, we have a skirmisher here, which we kill. There's a skirmisher up there, which I think I'd like to kill, but he's going to come down here anyway, so we can just fight what's here. And again, we get, like, the glorious particle effect craziness, and we have 3 more heroes to deal with. I know one guy's the Wall, and I think he's the guy in front. But yeah, this bridge, all of these guys will not follow you across the bridge, so you can actually, like pull them away, and then take them out as you need to. So the Wall, the Breaker... Yeah, Will Ferrell, is the Wall, I think. I know his name's Ash Ferrell, but it's like, the first time I fought him, the Ash part just didn't register. And I think because his name's the Wall, it kind of clicked in my head to say Will. So, yeah, I think I ended up calling him Will Ferrell there. So, yeah, he and the Breaker and the third guy all together are pretty tough to deal with. So I think I end up just, like pulling them apart and then taking them out, and pulling them apart, taking them out, because it's like, they're really, like, just lots and lots of guys are really, really difficult to deal with, especially if it's lots and lots of heroes. Now, the Wall, you may notice, sometimes gets thrown away by Kalidor's Tempest, sometimes does not. I think that's if he has, I think it is, Overguard might prevent him from being knocked back, or just might be a random roll on it. He might have some form of knockback protection. But yeah, see, the Breaker got thrown away there. But yeah, without the hordes, these guys become just a little bit easier. And again, Kalidor's Tempest is amazing. I mean, Blitz is really great too, because Blitz knocks back, but Kalidor's Tempest hits all around you. And with Wrath of Agravax, you just boonk, and they're knocked back. Sometimes. Not every single time. But yeah, I do kind of pull myself away so I don't die. And to sort of get your constitution to heal you a bit. I mean, all, like, huffing potions, kiting, letting constitution heal you while you're away. It's all legitimate strategy and tactics for this game. I believe there's one more hero floating around, or did I kill him? I don't remember. Or did he reset his position? Oh, here he is. So Boomer Slocum, yeah, he's one that we can just, like, throw around like a ragdoll, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes if you hit him, I think there might be a resistance to knockback. So sometimes you actually won't get the knockback, but it's fine. He's dead. And here's Mr. Moneybags. He's in his middle position. He can spawn in 3 positions. One near the front before you go in the dig site. One in the middle, which is right here. And one, like, right in front of Cronley's door. So I pulled him in the middle position here. When you have maximum reputation, I think that's my least favorite position for him to be in. Just in case. The rare thing happens where he's in the middle and Fabio's like sort of on the map. You can kind of see going right. Like, one of Fabio's positions you can appear in is, like, to the right of this. So that's why I go to the left while kiting him away, because 1, I killed everything over here, and 2, I really didn't want to encounter Fabio at all. So, yeah, Moneybags, his like, spammy stun bombs are annoying. But once you close ranks with him, he's just kind of a strong guy. Just a DPS-y, tanky guy. And he's not that bad to deal with once you get close to him. Now, for Dureni, I almost didn't include his fight, because he's basically going to stand here and let me kill him. I mean, he takes a while, like heroes mostly do with this character. I mean, the battle mage isn't the highest DPS character you could make, but I mean, you're a battle mage. You're a mage that's tanking. So it's like, yeah, a little bit of damage losses is fine by my accounts. So yeah, Dureni, he's just as easy as he's always been. You just slap him around a bit and you kill him. Okay, another pair of Cronley heroes to deal with. One is Hudson Fury, and I don't know who the other one is, but obviously we'll get the name when we actually get to fighting them. These two are really strong, so I do kind of run away a little bit. Now, this guy at the bottom, you may notice he has this glowing Aether gun. I believe he has Vortex of Souls, and he'll drop it for me in this fight, and I am haunted by that weapon. It's like, the game must have, it must have a desire sensor, and it must have heard me dislike that. Yeah, Dread One Eye. The game must have heard me say I don't like that gun at all, because I've gotten like 3 of them. And it's like, yeah, it's legendary, but I can't think of any build I'd ever want to use a Vortex of Souls for. So I kept one of them, just in case. Yep. Otherwise it's one of those, like, items. It's like, I don't want it anymore, and I want something more interesting. And there it is. I even rage scribbled with the mouse. So we're going to be going into Cronley's actual lair, actual room soon. Did not encounter Fabio in here, which is kind of a lucky break. I honestly don't know where he'd be if he wasn't in here. He might be in the one of the other mines then. So Cronley on Ultimate. I beat him with my Aether Ray guy through chemistry. That is, I huffed a ton of the ointments and ointments just to survive the room, and that's how I beat him on. That's how I beat him with my my Aether Ray guy. Here we're gonna battle mage it up. Now Cronley, if you have an Arcanist, he's one of the reasons you want nullification, because you can just nullify his shield, and then you wail on him. If you're not an Arcanist, you do have to wait for that to go away. And I don't really know if there's anything you can really do to deal with it. I mean, Yulo is not good at all. I guess it could be an option, though. If you happen to have your ability you're using with it proc on him while he has the shield up. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with his shield. Now, my Aether Ray guy, like, this looks like a normal Cronley fight. My Aether Ray guy, while fighting him, he had to, like, run around because, like, he was getting really hurt. Oh, man, I went down to, like, 100 health there. That's really hurt. But, like, my Aether Ray guy, like, Cronley had, like, he has 3, I think, open now. He had, like, 5 crystals up, and it just filled the room with ads. Like, really, really filled the room up. Because my Aether Ray guy didn't have any, like, really crazy gear going into this fight, like this guy has. So it was kind of a much more difficult fight going forward. But, yeah. It can get to an uncontrollable mess if you're not careful. Otherwise, it's your standard Cronley fight. So, I think that'll about cover Act 2. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time for more Ultimate gameplay with me talking over pre-recorded stuff.